parents and teachers, and welcome to my first tips video on how to facilitate the portrait project. What is the portrait project that I'm talking about? Well, it's going to be a series of videos that I'm going to be putting out of self-portrait ideas that you can use with your children at home or your students in your classroom. Also, with each project, I'm going to be doing a tips video just for the parents and teachers of how you can best support your kids through these projects, as well as an instructional video just for the kids to follow along. The portrait project is something I've been doing for the past 4 or 5 years in my class with my students. Basically, we do a self-portrait each month in different styles and different mediums for you to track their progress throughout the year. It's also great for them to see where they started and where they end up. You know, at the beginning of the year, they have their legs coming out of their head, and then by the end, they have a proper neck, a torso, arms, fingers, legs, feet, all of that. So it's great for them to see their own progress. It also gives them a great sense of self and makes them see all the beautiful qualities that make them unique and make them them. So we're gonna hop right into our first tips video for our first portrait of the year, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Hello parents and teachers, and welcome to the first tips video for our first portrait project. Okay, so here are the things you're gonna need to do this project with your students or your children. You are gonna need a thick cardstock paper, or this is like really cheap watercolor paper. Either a photo of themselves, or if you can get one of those stand-up mirrors that you can put on the desk that they can look into, that's really great as well. And a Sharpie. Okay, I know you're probably cringing at the thought of a permanent black marker, giving it to children as young as 3, but it teaches them responsibility when you are supervising them, obviously. And it just looks really nice on the paper. It makes it pop a lot more rather than using those cheaper Crayola markers that don't stand out as much. So I do suggest trying this with your students. Obviously, supervision is key. And also, the way I used to phrase it to my kids is that I was giving them my special marker to use, so they felt like they had to do an extra good job just because they were using one of the special teacher markers. So that's what you're gonna need. Also, to protect your tables, because we are using a Sharpie, and depending on the thickness of your paper, I suggest just maybe like paper underneath or a covering for your table. But those are the things you're gonna need. In my tutorial, I did it on a whiteboard just so I could show them different ways on how to draw themselves, because obviously they're not gonna look like me. But when you actually do the project, do it on a piece of paper with a marker. It looks great. And this is the first portrait of the year. You know, they're just starting out. All I encourage you to do is encourage them on trying their best. That's all they can do, right? I've worked with students as young as 3 years old doing this. And yeah, they're still at that stage where they're just drawing a big circle for their head and their legs are coming out of their neck, you know? But the purpose of you being there is to kind of sit and show them, let's look at our picture together. What do you see? Do you see your legs coming out of your neck? No, let's try it this way. Also, they can watch my videos so they can see me explain it. But when I do this, usually there's 2 teachers in a room. So we do have one person that does sit down with them. If you don't have that luxury, you know, do the best you can, show them the video. And this is just the first portrait of the year. It's kind of used as a beginning base to the rest of their year. I've had students' portfolios where they look back on their first portrait and, you know, they're amazed at how far they've come. So all you're doing is just guiding them and giving them the tools to build up a great portfolio. And that's about it. So just be encouraging, have fun with it. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, please comment below. I will get back to you, and enjoy your first portrait project with your students.
Lastly, I just wanted to share some of my previous students' artwork from their first portraits to their last. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to click the link in the description below for the instructional video for your children and students. Have a great day, guys. Bye.